Hi, friends. I just wanted to talk today. Well, first, I'm so glad we're back together. I miss it when we were apart for a long time. But do you remember our talk about the Earth? Now, that's the planet we live on. Our planet is called Earth. And we live, there are many continents and lots of oceans. Do you see all that blue? We live right here on this planet. That's where Seattle and Snohomish and Monroe and all of us up here are in this great big world. Up here at the top is the North Pole. Somebody lives at the North Pole. Who was that again? Oh, it's snowy up there. It's always cold at the North and the South Pole. The North is at the top of our planet, and the South is at the bottom of our planet. The bottom of our planet, Antarctica, that continent, is the coldest place on Earth. Out of this whole planet, including the North Pole, Antarctica on the South Pole is the coldest place on the planet. Up here, we still have kind of summertime, and people can live up here in the Arctic. They can live up there. They have to wear a lot of warm clothes, but they have some seasons. So things like moose could live up there because underneath the snow, there's grass. Things grow because it can get warm enough for seeds to grow and trees and grasses. So moose live up in the Arctic. That's the North Pole. Moose can live up there. And reindeer can live up there? Yeah, of course they do. What about polar bears? They have a lot of warm fur. Yes, they can live up there too. In the Arctic, on the North Pole, the top of our world. But do you know what can't live up there? Or doesn't live up there? Penguins. Yeah. Penguins do not live at the top of our planet in the North Pole, the Arctic. They do not live up there. They have fur. It's very, very fine. It's not to keep them warm. They're very, very blubbery. That means they have a lot of fat inside and around them. A lot of fat. And that blubber fat keeps them warm. Keeps them warmer than any fur can keep a polar bear. So they live, guess where? In the coldest part of our planet, Earth. They live at the South Pole. They live in Antarctica, at the bottom of our planet, in the coldest place. The South Pole, the Antarctica. Do polar bears live down there? No, they only have their fur to keep them warm, so they can live where there's snow and icebergs at the North Pole in the Arctic, where the very same moose can be and wolves can be, yeah, and seals can be, rabbits, things like that. Things with a lot of fur to keep them warm, and even people. But they cannot live at the South Pole where the penguins are. No. Penguins and polar bears never live in the same place. One lives at the North Pole, the Arctic, and one lives at the South Pole, the Antarctic. Let's see. This one is about, this book is about penguins. Close up. Lorna Hendry put this book together. Penguins are birds. We knew that, huh? They cannot fly, but they're very good swimmers. There's 17 different kinds of penguins. Penguins are only found in the southernmost part of the planet. It's called Antarctica, which is the coldest place. Look at that. It's very, very cold. Penguins have excellent eyesight. Look at that. Penguins have excellent eyesight. They can see clearly underwater as well as on land. So they go in that icy water. Look at them. They can swim. They can dive deep. And their wings act like flippers. And their waterproof feathers keep their skin dry. And a thick layer of fat keeps them warm in the cold water. So a penguin is a bird, but he doesn't use his wings to fly. He can't fly because he's got so much blubber and fat. But he uses those wonderful wings like flippers to kind of fly underwater. He goes very fast, one of the fastest swimmers ever. Penguins are camouflaged. That means that you can't see them very well when they're in the water. Yeah. If you look at him from all the way under the water, look at his feathers blend into the sunshine, hiding them from anything that might want to eat them, like a whale or an elephant seal. Wow. They're pretty fascinating. Yeah, they have to protect their eggs from birds of prey like eagles and hawks. And penguins are hunted by leopard seals too. Leopard seals live in the Antarctic under our planet at the bottom. Fairy penguins are called little blue penguins. Look at all these different kinds. These are Magellanic penguins. Let's see, I think I have a little Magellanic penguin right here. Look at, there's a little Magellanic penguin. Look at it, it's so cold that in the places that are not covered, like the beach, that aren't covered in snow, nothing can grow. Look, no green anywhere, no plants, no. Wow, a chinstrap penguin. I have one of those little guys too. Look, a chinstrap penguin. There's a lot of different kinds of penguins. Oh, I like the rockhopper penguins. Look at him. He has funny feathers that make it look like eyebrows or eyelashes coming off of him. Look at that. I have one of those too. These are so cute. Penguins. Yellow-eyed penguins. But they live in the Antarctic. And look at this. Polar bears do not live with penguins. Penguins do not live with polar bears. Polar bears live at the top of our planet, right? She made a book about both. They live in the cold northern parts of the world. They can be found in Arctic, Alaska, Canada, Russia, Greenland, and Norway. Penguins live in the southern parts of the world. In the wild, polar bears and penguins would never, ever meet each other. Nope. Sometimes they see each other in zoos now, but not in the wild. But look, polar bears love to swim, just like penguins. That's the same. Except a polar bear is not a bird. No. Polar bears have huge, wide paws with rough pads, and they act like snowshoes so that they can walk in the snow. Polar bears can swallow big chunks of food, and they don't usually need to eat very much. Look at that whole fish. Wow, polar bears and penguins are some amazing animals that live where it's very, very cold. Polar bears can live with foxes. Penguins can't. Foxes and bears just aren't warm enough to live in the always frozen Antarctic. So when you come to school, we can talk about, I'll have some penguins out and some polar bears out and some other things, and we can talk about what lives in the cold parts of the north and what could live in the always frozen, coldest place on earth in the South Pole, the Antarctic. I hope you found that interesting. I sure did. I'm going to have all kinds of penguins and all kinds of animals out at the science area. See you later.